Eli just as crooked as the rest of them, y'all. He was trying to frame Hunter on this episode. Said that he's the one that stabbed Victoria and Jason. I said, now how that's supposed to work? I said, unless it's a specific place that he could have reached through the doggone bars and stabbed them. I said, how they gonna work? I said, how is that supposed to work? Well, yeah, he over here trying to frame them. I said, look, I said, he just as crooked. That's what I got from this whole little situation. This whole little storyline, he just as crooked as the rest of them. Constance not who she said. She's running Victoria Dad operation. Lily tried to tell Alan about Donna, but he's still lying. Nancy Carr was gone. Richard met somebody named Tracy who seen Crooked. And the last thing is that Eli said that Jason and Victoria had died. I knew that was a lie. Now, Jason, he might be up out of there. Because I think on the other episode, they said something about he's still in surgery. I said, hopefully he gone. Hopefully he up out of there. Hold on, y'all. But hey, y'all, welcome back to another review of Life with Chelsea for Tyler Perry's The Oval, Season 6, Episode 21. First things first, let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. What y'all think? Did y'all like the episode? I think this was a good season finale. I think it was a, look, I said one thing about TP. Now, I don't know if he wrote this episode, so I got to say that first. But if he did, I said it seemed like every season finale or most season finale always have the most drama, the most action or whatever. You gotta wait till the doggone season finale to see the good stuff. That's a shame. But yeah, that's a look. It's so many things that happen. But yeah, what did y'all think of the episode? It was something else. I think I was about to say that. I was about to say it for Tyler Perry's sisters at first. We got 2 episodes, y'all. A 2-hour finale. Now, why they couldn't do this for sisters, I don't know. But yeah, what did y'all think of this episode? Where do we begin? Hunter, Max, Constance, Sam, Alonzo. So they continue where they left off last week, where Max and Constance had came in and they see Victoria and Jason laying on the ground, laying on the floor, whatever, and his blood right there, whatever. Max took his precious time. He took his precious time. Talking about it could be a trap. I said they so scared. What type of agents are they? Talking about it could be a trap or whatever. I mean, now knowing what we know about Constance, it could have been a trap. They could have hit them over the head or anything. But yeah, it could be a trap. He just took his precious time. They supposed to be dead by now. All that blood, and then the fact they didn't come until now, and then even when they came now, they still took their precious time. I said, ain't no way. Victoria up and talking and stuff. She ain't up, but she was laying there talking and stuff like nothing happened. I said, no, it should have been you. But I think they said Jason was still in surgery. But yeah, they end. I think Max had called for help, called for a medic and stuff and backup. So Sam came in with Alonzo. I said, don't bring Alonzo. He the one that check him. He did check him. Then they try to flip it on Alonzo. I mean, he would be to blame because he didn't. He was supposed to check somebody, so he did check or whatever. Now, how he got this doggone weapon? How did he get the knife? But yeah, I said, I know he ain't got no choice because that's his job. He got to do what they say. But Hunter kept telling Max, you make the right choice or whatever. Remember who you work for and you're better than this. The way you done did this, man, really? Then he was trying to get Sam to do the same thing. And I think Constance had to step out because she said something. I said, what type of fixer are you? What type of fixer are you? You can't even stand to myself, you're going to be sick or whatever she said. I don't know if she just said that to get out of there or what. But yeah, and then it was something. I think they was like it was Alonzo or whatever, and it was I think they said something about Eli had Alonzo put Jason in a cell with Victoria and stuff like that. So it was pretty clear where they was headed with this. They was trying to make it seem like Hunter did it. I said, "Oh, you did this." I was like, "How did he do that if he's in the other cell?" Now, if they would have came up close and he would have reached through there or whatever, but yeah. And I was also gonna say how they gonna get his fingerprints because he didn't touch the doggone knife. But then again, like I just recently seen a show where they did that. They weren't nowhere near the doggone weapon, but they had that DNA on the print. So I was like, yeah, anything with this writing, anything's possible. And once again, I could have sworn that one episode Hunter had video down there. But yeah, they now the guards want to come. They want to come. These folk been screaming for help and everything, and y'all just not showing up and got the doggone guards out there. But yeah, so they was just working on them. They end up handcuffing Hunter, whatever. Because I think, yeah, Constance wanted to see him, and so she was like, "Leave us alone." At first, they didn't want to. Max didn't want to leave her alone with him and stuff. So then she ends up revealing that she is Victoria's daddy's mistress. That she'd have been the one running this whole thing. Wanted to know how they allowed allowed about to get in office and everything. And that's when she said she was gonna arrange that incident. But yeah, look, wait, let me go to my notes so I make sure I don't mix nothing. Max calls for help, said it may be a trap. He asked what happened. Hunter wouldn't say anything. He did, however, say that what happened was exactly what Eli wanted. True, because he said it. He did tell Alonzo to put Jason in that cell. And are you sure? Whatever, they gonna, murder each other. And he said, do it or whatever. He knew what he was doing. That's why I said he know better than them. None of them really. Look, I said everybody got to go at this point. Everybody on their own little side quest. But we're gonna talk about that part. But yeah, they end up checking Victoria and Jason. They both have a pulse. I think it said Jason's was weaker. I said, well, hopefully, if I had to choose between Victoria and Jason to be gone, Jason he'll be a gunner. Max said that Hunter did it. Yeah, he did. He did. Before Eli said it, Max said it. Said Hunter did it. I said, now how he done did it? Hunter said that Alonzo put Jason in the cell with Victoria, tells Sam and Max not to do this and everything. They showed Simone and Bobby. They was on their way to the White House, and she was just complaining and stuff about the same thing. Said she paid a lot to be there, stuff like that. She ends up asking if there's a security issue, why she had to come back. Started asking him about the windows in there. Can they be blacked out? Can they see? I said she trying to get she trying to get some of Bobby, baby. Ain't that what he called himself? I said, look, Simone, hiding the pants to yourself. But yeah, they showed Rachel and Alan. Rachel ends up calling Alan this psychopath. She was like, she coming over. He was like, no, you're not coming over. He was like, you don't even know where I live. And just kept on trying, and he kept saying no to the door. So you know what she did in the other episode? She handcuffed herself to the door. And I said, now how she handcuffed herself to the door, both hands? I said, how that supposed to work? I said, he gonna have to watch her. I said, look, I said, I think he met his match. I think he met his match. But yeah, I said, now how she handcuffed? But yeah, what else? Let's see. He hung up on her. I said she crazy. Perfect match for him. Sharon ends up asking Nancy if she ready. She just kept saying, that's my car. I paid for it or whatever. I said I didn't know that Dale had traded in his car for it, his truck for it or whatever. But she kept saying she'll get ready when she get ready or whatever. That's her car and everything. Now the car gone. They done took their precious time. They could have just told her the truth. But then again, how she been acting? Nah, ooh, I didn't start this the way that I wanted to start it. I think this was the episode. Look, they done showed the episode. I gotta remember which one it was. She gonna say, basically Richard was ungrateful. Yeah, that's it right there. It's coming up next. There you go. She basically told Sharon that she was loose and stuff like that. She said that Richard's ungrateful. To my son, he mad because she slept with it. And I said, girl, you had like this son something. What the world? So I said, he mad because I slept with his daddy. Just saying it like she's just so nonchalant about it. I was like, girl, that's a major thing. That's a very major thing. Richard ends up with some lady named Trace at the bar or whatever. She came up. She wanted him to pretend to be with her. So he did. So then next thing you know, they hug or whatever. He told me, so he don't want to let her go. I said, what the word going on? What the word going on? So he was like, he thinks that she trying to set him up. And I said, me too. Look, I had wrote it down in parentheses. I said, me too. And this fool still decided to take her upstairs. Well, for her to come to his room or whatever. I said, now, you said out your mouth. You know she trying to set you up. Why in the world would you actually get involved with her? And then what she said, it's like, okay, was she the one that took car? Or what? Like, what's going on? But yeah, what else? Let's see. Excuse me. Let's see. Excuse me. Let's see. What's this when? Yeah, Alan has showed up to Donald and Lily house. Tells Lily that Donald's still in the bunker. He gonna get someone to watch the house or whatever because she ain't got no type of security. So I thought she was trying to put the moves on him or something. She was trying to question him about the lady that he murdered with his car. She was asking him about it. He's still lying to myself. I don't know what you're talking about. She ends up saying she had it on video. She did not have it on video. She just wanted him to confess. She was like, I gave you the opportunity to tell the truth, and now I gotta tell Eli. I gotta go and tell Eli or whatever, because basically Donald can use that to his advantage to get out of that situation. I say I think everybody let their guard down. Everybody didn't listen. They didn't pay attention. These folks always get out of trouble. They did. Everybody was just too confident. They really was. Everybody was too confident. They running around acting like they the ones in charge and stuff like that. What else? Let's see. Oh, Priscilla ends up talking to Eli, and he act like he wanted her. He act like he be wanting Constance. I said the man is loose just like Hunter, so I don't understand the difference at this point. But yeah, Priscilla tells Eli that she talked to Simone. Simone on her way there. That's what they was talking about, and he was just thanking her and stuff like that. And that's why I was like, okay. I said, okay, is he trying again to put the moves on her? I want to know what them people did to Priscilla. Because I know she had felt they was chasing. I said, run, girl, run for your life. And then they showed them or whatever, but we're going to get to that part. Hold on. Sam tells Eli about Victoria and Jason, that they were stabbed. He acting all shocked and stuff, like he don't know what's what. He don't know what's going on or whatever. I said, you did it. You did it. You sent them folks up in there. You had him put that boy in there with his mama. You know exactly what you was doing, trying to act like you don't know what's going on, but then you talking like you just so much better. All y'all crooked and all y'all need to be fired and replaced in jail. Literally. Everybody done committed a crime in some way, shape, or form. But yeah, Eli said it was Hunter. Hunter did it or whatever. And revealed he trying to frame him. He basically revealed he trying to frame him or whatever. Sam just stand there, they ain't got no choice but to stand there and just take it. They ain't got no choice. Nancy now finally go outside. She said she ready. They go outside. They see that the car's gone. They assume that Richard got it. Alan says that he don't know what Lily talking about. Says Donald. She ends up saying that Donald set him up. And he's still lying like, I don't know. And he got mad and got up to leave. Talking about, thanks for the wine. I said, you fool. You fool. She tried to warn you. Now it's too late. Max ends up checking on Constance and stuff like that. Asks if he knows what happened. He's like, no, Hunter wouldn't say anything. So, she wants to talk to him alone, to Hunter alone. And that's when she was like, she's the one that's been calling all the shots and running things. She's Victoria's father's mistress. That basically her dad is dead. He ain't dead yet, but he basically dead. That's what she said. So she got access to all his stuff. What she said she wanted on the other episode? Something about oil or something she said. But yeah, what else? So after she revealed who she is and how she been running everything, and she asked how he allowed all this to happen and stuff like that, and how he's supposed to be or how he needs to keep his mouth shut, he finally tells everything that happened and how they trying to frame him. And she just said she gonna arrange an incident. Look, I keep getting it mixed up. I think she said that on the other episode. But yeah, she ends up saying how she wants to see Donald, and he was like, he can't help with that. But then he started flirting with her and stuff. I said, once again, they be on their own little side quest. Why is you flirting? Your doggone son and the wife then got stabbed. And you flirting with another woman. You're in trouble. You've been arrested. He trying to sleep with her. She was like, that'll never happen or whatever. He like, you slept with that old man or whatever. Hold on. But yeah, what else? Eli said Hunter stabbed them both. Who was he talking to? Was he talking to Constance? I don't know if that's when she came out and Eli had walked up. I think so. And he was like, Hunter stabbed them both. Hunter stabbed them both and saying that they dead and all this other stuff. Hunter tells Eli whatever he's trying to do is not going to work, and told him enjoy it while it lasts. Stuff it's not going to last, and he was right. He was right. Eli ends up telling Hunter at the end of the episode that both of them were pronounced dead 6 minutes ago. I said, now why he lying? I said, now I would expect, once again, Jason out of all people, but not Victoria. I don't think she going to die until the series finale. If she die or go to jail, she either going to die or go to jail. Or she might walk away like like Veronica did on the Haves and Have Not, because they never officially showed her. They just showed somebody that looked like her, remember? Or who had a wig and her clothes on. We don't know if that was actually her because it's gone. It didn't have the proper ending. But yeah, that's it, y'all. Let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, deuces.